Reporting from Arkham Asylum, this is Gotham Rogues. In this video we take a look at the Batman the Animated Series episode Christmas with the Joker. Christmas with the Joker is the second episode of Batman the Animated Series, and the very first Joker episode. It was written by Eddie Gorodetsky and directed by Kent Butterworth. In it, it's Christmas Eve in Gotham City, and the Joker puts on a Christmas show all of his own, hijacking all TV broadcasts in the city, forcing the citizens to sit through Christmas with the Joker. The Clown Prince of Crime reveals that he's kidnapped Commissioner Gordon, reporter Summer Gleason, and Detective Harvey Bullock, and that they will all be executed live on TV unless Batman can find the Joker's location before midnight. To further challenge the Dark Knight, the insane Clown has set up various terror attacks across the city which Batman must stop, while simultaneously racing against the clock. And that's really it, as far as a plot summarization is concerned. It's a pretty thin story that's more of an action-adventure than an in-depth look at the Joker or Batman. But there's nothing wrong with that, especially when it's as entertaining and well done as this episode is. You've got lots of cool action set pieces, such as a scene where Batman and Robin are trying to stop a high-speeding train from reaching a destroyed bridge demolished by the Joker. Then there's a part where one of Joker's defenses, a giant cannon, goes haywire and starts firing in all directions, causing major damage to Gotham. And of course I love the scene where Robin is surrounded by an army of Joker robots with machine gun fingers. Where does Joker get all his technology? He never used this much high-tech stuff later in the series. So while the action is at the forefront in this episode, I wouldn't say it's completely empty in the story department. There are some really interesting ideas here that are hinted at but never fully explored. But they didn't really need to be either. It's nice enough that they're there. It's said a few times that Christmas is a time to spend with family, but that the Joker doesn't have any family. Keep in mind that this was also before Harley Quinn appeared, so he truly was all on his own. He jokingly remarks how he had to kidnap his family, referring to Gordon, Gleason, and Bullock. But who truly are the Joker's family is Batman and Robin. Batman especially, of course. Joker's not really out to get money or power here. He's simply causing havoc for no apparent reason. But I think there is a reason. He wants to spend time with his family and play. This is the Joker's idea of having fun and celebrating a holiday. After all, he wants Batman to come rescue the hostages, and seems to get pissed when it appears that the dynamic duo won't be able to figure out the location. When they finally do, the Joker is filled with glee and excitement, like a kid on Christmas morning. So that was the true purpose of his entire scheme. Spend some quality time with his bestest friend in the world, Batman. It's pretty twisted, but that's the Joker. What makes it even more disturbing is the fact that he was willing to sacrifice the lives of hundreds of people, like all those on the train, just to make his wish come true. Hell, that's part of it. And it wouldn't be any fun for the Joker unless innocent lives were in danger. This is basically a perfect depiction of the Clown Prince of Crime, a sick sadist who finds it hilarious that Summer Gleason's mother happens to be on board that doomed train. He's got a very morbid sense of humor, always finding a way to turn an atrocity into a punchline. And that's how I like my Joker. I don't want him to be humorless, nor a harmless prankster, but a sinister clown. The animated series got that down to a T, already in his very first episode even. It's also just so Joker to spread his terror through the media. That's something he's been doing since day one. In the very first Joker comic from 1940, he hijacked radio channels to send his messages of doom. I also like how Batman himself is portrayed here. While Dick just wants to relax and watch It's a Wonderful Life on TV, Bruce insists on patrolling the city, looking for any crime to stop, no matter how small. He just can't give himself a break, not even on Christmas Eve. I don't know about you guys, but I strongly get the feeling that Bruce doesn't want to have a break. He doesn't go out on patrol because he has to, but because he wants to. Bruce seems very uncomfortable with the idea of spending some quiet time celebrating a holiday with family. He'd rather be out being Batman, because that's his life after all. Some really interesting psychology here, as it's clearly an effect of losing his parents while he was a child. He can't have a normal life or a normal family any longer. That's ruined. So what does that say about how Batman views Joker or any of the other rogues? If he'd rather tangle with them than celebrate Christmas with Dick and Alfred, does that mean Bruce subconsciously considers the rogues to be his true family? It brings to mind what I mused over in my Baby Doll review, that Batman is in a way one of them, a freak born out of tragedy. Maybe in some twisted sense, he sees the rogues as kindred spirits? Or maybe I'm way off, and that's not at all what this episode is trying to say. As I said earlier, nothing is really spelled out. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. So in conclusion, what do I think of the Joker's debut episode on Batman the Animated Series? Well, if you haven't gathered it by now, I really like it. It's not in my top 10, but still one of the better episodes, and definitely the best among the early Joker episodes. It is mainly an action-packed Yuletide adventure, but if you look a little closer, you'll discover that there is more to it. I also like that they didn't introduce Joker with an origin story, like they did with all the other villains, except for Penguin. Instead, he's an enigmatic, pre-established menace, which really fits the character. Of course, Mark Hamill does a great job voicing the Joker, even as this is his first time. Just think about that. This is the very first time Hamill voiced the Joker, something he's been doing for so long now. He's almost become more synonymous with the Clown Prince of Crime than Luke Skywalker. I am a big fan of his Joker voice, but for some reason, I've always felt that it fit the tone of the animated series the best. I like it in the Arkham games and everything else he's done, but somehow it's here on TAS where I think it's absolutely perfect. So there you have it. That's the Batman the Animated Series episode, Christmas with the Joker. On behalf of the inmates and staff of Arkham Asylum, I wish you all a Merry Christmas. And of course, as always, remember, Arkham Asylum awaits you in the next video.